going to be expanding the garden and ripping out all of this stuff and then later we're also going to plant some garlic so it has some growth for next year. But right now, this is our garden. It looks a little crazy. We're going to bring it out to like the edge of these buckets that we have lined up here. So this will be 16 feet, and then we're going to bring it out this way, and this will be about 8 feet. So we're going to just dig all of this stuff up and then buy some 4x4s for the edge of the garden. In our garden right now, we have watermelon, blueberry bush, raspberry, tomatoes, dill. Our cucumbers used to be here, and then this is all broccoli. So we're basically going to rip everything out except for the raspberry and the dill because they'll be kind of in the same spot. But we are going to keep the watermelon and broccoli next year. We're just going to have it somewhere else. It said the more children go outside and actually touch physical dirt, their percentage of happiness as an adult actually increases because they'll learn to appreciate nature. And they'll like look for relaxation outside instead of at like physical things. Okay, so after we pulled all these weeds out, we realized that some of the plants are like growing this way, probably trying to reach for the sun. So what we're going to do, instead of extending it this way, we're going to actually extend it this way. And we did the measurements, so now it'll be 8x16. And then the plants that really need sun can be over here, and they won't be reaching for the sun. And then we'll use this part for other plants that would rather partial shade. So that's the idea now. But next we're going to just like pull up these. We're gonna replace them and dig up the grass, put them around, and then yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so we are at Rona now, and we are gonna pick up 3 4x4s that are 8 feet long. So I'm gonna go in there, see if they have any, and then hopefully it will fit in my SUV because I wanna start the garden tomorrow, and then we're going to plant the garlic tomorrow as well. Okay, so right now I'm just going to measure to make sure that the 8-foot ones are gonna fit in here. I don't see where it says anything about feet. 7 feet. This is 8 feet. All right, let's see. All right, they fit just barely, but they fit. All right, so we have the 4x4s here now, and this is going to be the new garden. So we're going to dig all this up, take the grass out, and then leave this as dirt for the spring. And then once it's all dig up and the 4x4s are in the ground, we're going to put the garlic in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I just have this like turf tool, and what you want to do is just go across the whole garden, and you're going to put this in the ground. Somehow. Basically what you're going to do is use this, and you're going to dig into the grass all the way across and then kind of make it so you're pulling up turf. So that's what I'm going to do now. To freeze or like harden, so we're gonna try doing it with a shovel and then making the rows with the turf thing, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Are you digging it too, Hetty?
How far did you make the road?
Okay, so basically what we've done is we've ripped up this part so far, and then we made a line across and cut them into squares, and then we just dug the shovel under here, and then we're just picking it out square by square. But yeah, I'll show you when it's done. Today, and I think that's gonna be all for tonight, so we're gonna go set up our Halloween decorations now. Okay, so now we have all of the grass out of the garden, thank goodness, and I'm super pumped. So what we're gonna do is just drag some of this old dirt to this lower area because this is higher now, and then in the spring we're going to put all new soil over it, but at least then it'll be leveled and the 4x4s will be in the ground. We're also going to dig out the broccoli finally, that way we can put the garlic in there. Okay, so now we're gonna dig up the broccoli, which I'm a little sad about because it was really cool that it actually grew all year, but we're gonna make room for the garlic, so this has to go. Poor little broccoli. So, all right, these are our broccoli plants. This is hard work. All right, so now the garden is basically ready for the garlic. We do still have to level it out a bit and put these logs into the ground here, or the 4x4s, and then the garden will be framed, but we are going to plant our garlic right now, so yeah, let's do it. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is dig your trenches. I'm gonna have 2 trenches because there's gonna be 10 in each. But you're going to dig your trench to about 4 inches and then plant your clove about 6 inches apart. Okay, so now that these are dug, we're just going to put the cloves in, keep the skin on, and put this little growth part sticking up. And the reason we actually plant garlic in the fall is because it will start to grow, but it does have a longer like time frame that it needs. So we're putting it in here. It will start to grow a little bit and then become dormant over the winter. And then once they start growing again in the spring, they kind of have like a head start. But yeah, you can plant your garlic in the fall, get some in the spring, and then once you harvest them, you can actually plant them again in the summer and hopefully get more for the fall before you plant it again. Garlic also likes partial shade, so I am picking an area in the garden that I know doesn't really get a lot of sun because they are a cooler crop. So now that they are all in their little space, we can cover them up with dirt and water them throughout the fall, and they'll be good to go for the spring. All right, so I would say we are officially done. It's not perfect, but the boards are in, the ground is like more level than it was, and the garlic is planted. We left the dill here and the raspberries because they're gonna kind of stay in that area. But to give reference, our garden used to end right here, just like this. So now we will have all this extra space. And yeah, I'm just super pumped. But yeah, that's pretty much the garden now. And I would say it's pretty much ready for fall.